Welcome to Our Jewish Roots.
His name was Joash, from the Hebrew Aish, meaning fire. The name means fire of God. He started off as a little spark that almost was extinguished. He grew into a beautiful fire, but eventually he was extinguished and came to an inglorious end. With all the power that he had, surrounded by ramparts, castle, and wall, like right here in Jerusalem, it couldn't save him. Actually, his story began as a very young child when a woman in the Bible was hell-bent on destroying the royal seed. In 2 Kings chapter 11, the story begins to unfold. This child, however, was stealthily smuggled away from the carnage. The rest of his family was decimated, but he survived, and eventually, under the tutelage of a priest, under a priest's guidance, who himself facilitated something of a coup to bring him to power, this young boy comes of age, he comes into his own, and becomes something of a faithful king in Jerusalem for a season. I don't want to overstate his faithfulness, however, because he came to a tragic end. According to the Greeks, it was the beauty of one princess, Helen of Troy, that launched 1,000 ships. And according to the Hebrew Bible, it was the perfidy, that is the faithlessness of one king, that launched one prophet, arguably the most famous prophet in the Hebrew Bible. And what interests me is that the author of Kings doesn't want to talk about it. It's a scandal. It's an outrage. It's an upset. It's the unexpected for Uzziah, arguably was one of the greats. The author of Chronicles goes into great details in chapter 26, but in 2 Kings 15, where we're going to alight, 5 scant verses are dedicated to a telling of this man's life, his ministry, and his misery. Let me begin at Chronicles. Therein we learn about a man named Uzziah, also referred to as Azariah. He starts off as a teenager, 16 years of age, and he starts off great. The author of 2 Kings, as you'll see, says as much. The greatness is enfleshed in the Chronicles account, wherein the author there says how he built up Judea's army. It was magnificent. The author goes out of his way to say they're all, according to their various battalions, they're adorned in various colors. They have the necessary accoutrements. It speaks of wealth and power and strength. And speaking of strength, therein we're told that it was this Uzziah who built up Jerusalem. The ramparts, the walls were built with fortifications akin to where we are right now, in a wall around Jerusalem. He built up battle stations, that is, defensive fortifications. Beyond that, he expanded the realm. He had so much going for him, according to the author of Chronicles. But then something tragic happened.